here in the Josh and Swain studio can help bring that.
That's right. If we need, he might need a partner. So there's another one just in case. I feel like one was good enough, but, if things get desperate, we might need to add another one. But I don't think we need to do that right now.
So, here he is.
Orange Dog.
And he will lead us through as it's May 5th. A lot of time between now and football season, a lot of work that has to be done. Roster may be set. It's close to it at least. Quarterback battle to begin soon when Joey Aguilar arrives. As you may know, sometimes a quarterback battle can create division, arguments, different opinions. That's perfectly fine.
Are you talking about within the locker room or with the fan base?
You name them.
Because I was thinking with the fan base.
You have the perspective of both. So the Orange Dog perhaps can keep and create some of the positive energy that is needed while that takes place.
Yeah, focus on the positive.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do, man. So,
Chip in the text box, we appreciate you already weighing in. That's a cute dog. Now Josh has something in the studio shorter than him.
Oh, man.
Congrats, Josh.
I've texted my buddies. They're not responding, so I'm getting the Orange Dog. We might need to name it, depending if we come up with something good. I was thinking Smokey, but I think that's taken.
Swain, how are we feeling about where Tennessee is, how it's being compared, ranked among other SEC football teams post-spring looking ahead to the 2025 season? There was the Andy Staples top 25 that had Tennessee just outside the top 20. There was the Brad Crawford ranking from 24/7 Sports of just SEC teams. Tennessee was 9th in his ranking. I'll pull Andy's back up to see where he had Tennessee among other SEC teams, but it was close.
Well, Josh, I mean, obviously I'm not thrilled about that positioning, but when there's a few unknowns, it makes sense.
Andy also had Tennessee 9th in the SEC, just for clarification.
So when you have the quarterback position that is kind of up for grabs, at least that's the thought process from Knoxville. Listen, they may have already had the quarterback position settled, but we believe it's going to be a real, true quarterback battle. And whenever that's the case, it's hard to put Tennessee above teams with proven starters at that position. You look at South Carolina, you look at LSU, you look at some other schools where they've had solid quarterback play or really good quarterback play last year, and those same players are returning.
So the SEC teams ahead of Tennessee in Andy Staples' ranking, Texas, he has Texas number 1 in the country. Alabama is number 2 in the SEC.
Why? That's one I don't understand. What has Todd Simpson done?
He has waited his turn.
I mean, that's good for showing a good example of how important patience is. Mm-hmm. But he hasn't done anything on the field yet.
This will be his 4th season in college.
I mean, he does have a pretty good receiver that he's thrown into, but it's not like he has a group of receivers. Then they did add offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb, so maybe that's a reason for it. You still have a lot of talent on that football team. You got a All-American caliber wide receiver that you're throwing it to, and you're bringing in one of the best offensive coordinators in the country. Maybe that's the reason for it, but it can't be based on what the quarterback has done because he hasn't done anything yet.
No, I think quarterback is probably the biggest question going in.
Yeah.
They brought in Isaiah Horton to transfer. They're excited about it, wide receiver from Miami. They have Jeremy Bernard coming back to go along with Ryan Williams, who will be year 2, now 18 years old. So he has Bama 2, Georgia 3. This is in the SEC. Georgia number 3, Gunnar Stockton taking over there. Florida number 4 with DJ Lagway returning.
Stud.
South Carolina number 5 with Lenore Sellers.
You know what, Josh? I don't like the momentum.
Okay, well, tell me
what I'm
what
seeing with South Carolina. I don't like it.
You don't like it for South Carolina or as an outside observer not rooting for South Carolina?
They're supposed to be poor.
Well,
I don't like what car they're driving right now. I don't like what house they're in right now. I don't like the jewelry that they have on. I don't like it. They're supposed to be a poor football program. Poor.
their sneakers too clean for your life?
I don't like it. They got momentum. There's hope. I don't like seeing hope with South Carolina. I see it. Defense is pretty dang good last year. Quarterback making plays. I mean, he took the goggles off. He went from Steve Urkel to Stephon. Josh, he went Stephon, man. He went to that little machine, came out. He was like Deshaun Watson last year for South Carolina. Lamar Jackson, he was balling.
He was balling. You see him at the end of the Clemson game?
I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Also ahead of Tennessee in Andy Staples' ranking, Auburn is number 6 in the SEC.
No, wait a minute now. That's not what we're going to do. We're not going to do that.
It's done.
Auburn?
He has Auburn number 13 in the country, 8 spots ahead of Tennessee at number 21.
We're going to put Auburn at 6.
The Tigers.
And Tennessee at 9.
Yeah.
Who's going to be starting quarterback?
Well, a lot of Jackson Arnold talk.
The same Jackson Arnold that was throwing alley-oops to Tennessee's defense of backs against last year?
Well, and I understand your pause here. I would say that in their opinion, it's an improved Jackson Arnold who's now throwing to Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton Jr. So that would be a slight difference from last year to this upcoming season.
Point received.
The others ahead of Tennessee, LSU, which we know is being very aggressive. They landed a safety from Houston over the weekend.
LSU's behind Auburn?
Yeah, that surprised me. He had LSU 15.
LSU got everybody from the transfer portal.
Yeah, unless my eyes don't work. And then Ole Miss at number 8, number 19 in the country. They have Austin Simmons taking over at quarterback. So both Andy Staples at On 3 and Brad Crawford at 24/7 Sports have Tennessee at number 9 in the SEC. It was just an SEC ranking from Crawford. Andy's was a top 25 in the nation. He had Tennessee as a top 25 team at number 21.
It's weird. I don't have any problem where Tennessee is positioned. I have more of a problem about where other schools are positioned. Like if I was a fan of LSU, I would be like, what? Why? How? Look at the quarterback that we have coming back. Look at what we've done on offense consistently. We've added pieces through the portal to address defense. We're still LSU. We still have mutants down here as athletes. Like we're going to be better. But Auburn,
Yeah, LSU also better off at quarterback. Their guys talked as a potential first-round pick next year.
yeah, exactly.
And Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah. So that's the surprise for me.
Mm-hmm. But Tennessee's standing, after I read off all those teams, is that unfair? Is that too low?
No, it's fair. I mean,
Okay.
listen, man, Tennessee changed its quarterback in April. We know what happened with that situation, the Joey Aguilar situation. We know
The Joey Aguilar situation.
Yeah, we know about that, and there's an uphill battle for him to climb.
Yeah, do you think Tennessee would be ranked higher right now if the Nico Joey change? Let's say the personnel is the same, but the change happened in December. By the way, if it had happened in December, they would have gotten somebody else. I recognize, but let's just say that this is the roster, but the quarterback change happened 4 months ago, not 2 weeks ago.
I think Tennessee would probably be where Auburn is right now if Tennessee lost Nico or ushered Nico out in December, giving Tennessee enough time to go out and get, a more proven starter. Not saying that Joey Aguilar can't come here and have a good season, but a more proven starter to the constructors of the list. I think they would value Tennessee a lot a lot more, put him a little bit higher.
Texter says, name the new orange dog, Double D.
That's not going to work.
Probably not.
That's not going to work.
We'll come up with something.
I mean, I was thinking it was, Smokey, but we probably come up with something different.
What about
we don't want to get a letter from the university.
Yeah, cease and desist is not what we're looking for on the show.
We good.
How about LOD, Little Orange Dog?
Little
Is
orange
that too
dog.
much?
It's a mouthful, but we'll keep it going. We'll keep
Little low.
We'll keep the ideas churning, Josh.
We're working on it. It's a brainstorming session. All ideas are welcome. Most can make the air.
It's about the positivity and the energy.
That's what it's
the most
about.
important thing. The name that'll come later. That's secondary. It's about the presence. We have him here with us, and we are feeling the big orange energy right now.
Big Josh for the dog is suggestion. Okay.
I will not be calling the dog Big Josh.
All right, we'll come back. Again, we appreciate the suggestions. The suggestion box is open. The text box is open, 865-656-9900. If you would like to join the show, we'll talk about Tennessee compared to the SEC. We'll have some trips to take down memory lane over the next 3 hours. We'll talk a lot about what's going on right now and moving forward with Tennessee athletics as we move forward on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the balls like 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hiller Plumbing, Cooling, and Electrical, they've been in business for over 35 years. Family-owned and operated. Their techs, professional, experienced, trustworthy, all background screen and drug screen. When they're on their way, you'll receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time. So that way you're not wasting time trying to figure out when they're going to be at your home to perform the service. 100% satisfaction guarantee of happy you'll be or the service is free. The last thing we want to do as homeowners is deal with emergencies with our home, HVAC, electrical, or plumbing. You don't know what the cost is going to be or if it's going to be fixed the right way. You don't have to worry about that with Hiller. They're going to solve your problems quickly. The price that you are told is the price you actually pay. No hidden fees, no surprises when you get your bill. Book online at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
I'm David Brewster, owner of Aqua Clear Water Systems. The next time you're hauling heavy bottles of water, think, why am I doing this? With an award-winning Connecticut water system from Aqua Clear, I could make my own clean, fresh water. Better than bottled. Give us a call at 865-694-1725 or find us on the web at aquaclearws.com.
Aqua Clear, we'll change your water. It'll change your life.
Golf season is here, and an eagle awaits you at Sevierville Golf Club. The very best golf in the beautiful Smoky Mountains is ready for you. 2 18-hole championship courses with breathtaking views, unique layouts, and pristine enough to be named the best maintained public golf course in all of Tennessee. All of this makes for a round of golf you won't soon forget. So challenge your game with all the elements of rolling hills, water, sand, and quick greens. Visit SeviervilleGolfClub.com to book your tee time or to learn more about memberships. Sevierville Golf Club, an eagle awaits you.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. Spring is finally here. With that, there's graduations, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. There's no better way of saying how much you love and appreciate that someone special, but with a beautiful piece of jewelry. How often do you hear, my parents gave me that for graduation. I got that for Mother's Day or Father's Day. But you'll only hear that if that piece of jewelry is a good design. Well made, made to last. At Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, that's what we do. We want to be your jeweler.
Join Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary celebration. This May, enjoy $20 off a 7-day rental. Do it yourself and take your time. Locally owned and operated, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today to book a free estimate or call for full service. Just point and they'll do all the heavy lifting. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
When there's stuff that you want gone, give a buzz to Junk Be Gone.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're on social media at Josh and Swain, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're live on the Sports Animal YouTube channel, so you can stop by and watch. We have the live chat. Rhonda says, shout out to Family Matters. And we had a little smoky suggested, but that's potentially running into some issues. But Neil just says in the YouTube chat, little smoke.
I like Little Smoke.
For the new orange dog hanging out with us here in the Josh and Swain studio.
Doesn't get it, man.
We had a suggestion of Josh Ward's Ride. Voxfall, don't like that one.
The ride? You're not small enough to ride on this little dog.
Uno was brought up. You have a dog named Ace.
Yeah.
You wore number 1 at the University of Tennessee.
I'm aware, Josh. That's why the dog's name is Ace. Yep. I think people can put 2 and 2 together.
All 3 of our guests on Friday when we were at the Philip Fulmer Golf Classic had a great time. Appreciate them having us out at Avalon to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Tennessee Valley. Andy Kelly, Carl Pickens, Fred White, they all shared recruiting stories. You've shared yours in the past, didn't during the segment, but that was nice of Coach Fulmer during the segment to not bring up that you strong-armed him into getting the number 1 when you were choosing between Tennessee and Michigan.
Well, he didn't bring it up because that didn't happen.
Oh,
but he did ask me what was my defining moment.
Yeah.
During my recruiting process, because that was the question I asked Fred and Carl Pickens and Andy Kelly. What did they see? What happened? What was the moment they knew they wanted to be a volunteer? And I always love hearing the stories of guys that played here, that played before me, played after me, or even with me, because sometimes I don't get a chance to know their story. But to hear Fred's story, and I've heard Fred's a couple times, him and I are friends, and he was a big reason why I'm in this business now, and a big reason why I got a chance to understand what it meant to play at Tennessee during his era when I was at Tennessee. Him and Terry Fair took me and Robert Meacham out on a Saturday, and we just hung out one day during the spring, and we got a chance to hear stories, watch film, and all that good stuff. And then to hear Carl Pickens' reason, because he's an out-state player, to hear his reason and Andy Kelly's reason, man, was really awesome, man. It was a great interview.
Yep, that's up wherever you get your podcast. It's in the Josh and Swain feed. So if you want to go back and listen to Fred White, Andy Kelly, Carl Pickens, Coach Philip Fulmer on Friday, that is in the Josh and Swain podcast feed. You can listen to us on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Mike says Josh and Jason's dog should be called JJ.
Dynamite!
We also have Tangerine, Little Neeland,
Can we call him Neeland?
I don't know. Big Orange Buddha. Name the dog B.O.B.
All right, we're still working. We're still working.
And then Odie for Orange Dog. We can create a cartoon character out of him and really take off with the series here.
All right.
All right. That actually might, maybe we can do something there. I appreciate, Judy. Judy's got some marketing ideas for us. I appreciate that.
We can create a children's book of the big orange dog, and it can lay out all the little kids' problems during the day, like getting picked on at school or not making a good grade, but he stays positive. Because why? He has the orange dog. And at the end of the book, he overcomes the bullying, he makes straight A's, and goes on to be one of the top students in this class. How about that? Like that?
I like that.
All right.
I think we're on to something.
I
It's
think
about
we
the
are, too.
positive energy.
I think we are too. Sorry, Dooley. This is how you're supposed to run with the orange dog idea. Not go 5 and 7.
David bringing the positive energy, not with his name suggestion. We'll leave that one private, David. But he says, fellas, we got a wide receiver transfer. His name is Boo Carter. We're good, Swain. Don't forget about Boo Carter in the wide receiver conversation.
All right, Dabo. That's something Dabo would say.
He's transferring from the defensive backfield over to the wide receiver room.
That is right. That's a good way to put it.
Carl Pickens was on the show. He was on the station a couple times on Friday. That's good wide receiver, defensive back energy right there.
Yeah, like the way that Carl Pickens played the position and hearing his story about it, man, is really funny. He didn't have to tell anybody to let him play receiver or DB. They came and got him because they needed him. And I don't think he really wanted to do it. He just kind of did it because he had to, and it would help the team.
Yeah, I think at this point, whether you saw him live or you've heard about him after the fact, I think most people recognize Carl Pickens was just different as an athlete compared to most out there. But his ability to just show up and excel, and it's not like he had no experience. He played in high school. But at the college level, against SEC competition, it's different. For him to just show up and just be excellent if he's going to be a wide receiver or a defensive back.
So nonchalant about it because he was like, I had to recruit Dale Carter to come spell me, basically. Help me out, man. Play a little DB so I can focus more on wide receiver. Oh, you mean one of the greatest athletes ever in Tennessee history? You recruited him, went on and played the NFL, was a freak, punt returner. So how he was so nonchalant about bringing in Dale Carter was awesome, too.
Yeah, just casually tossed him into the conversation.
Yeah.
Remember him? One of the greatest other athletes to ever step foot on campus. So, we appreciated that time and the story time as well. 865-656-9900. Other name suggestions, name him 6 in honor of John Ward.
Okay. All right. Now we own something.
We're
cooking now.
You can name him General. Probably can't name him Nealon. Could name him General.
We cooking. We getting closer. Getting closer.
Also have Summit suggested, and
that's named after the court.
Yep.
The whole goal here is not to get in trouble, guys.
Right. And then BOD, Big Orange Dog.
Okay.
You down with BOD?
Yeah, you know me.
Okay, so a lot of suggestions coming in. We have a new orange dog mascot in the Josh and Swain studio.
Yeah. Positivity. We need it, man. I mean, no special reason why we need more positivity now than maybe a couple months ago. Nothing's going on right now. Nothing at all.
You're on the internet. How are things going on the internet?
You mean like on social media?
Yeah, when it comes to the Tennessee conversation right now. How are the vibes?
I haven't really gotten on social media.
Okay.
I think that's by design. But let's see here. I mean, there's some folks that are really confused about some of the decisions over the weekend when the storm was here in Knoxville.
I'm admittedly a little confused on how Friday played out.
Yeah.
It could have gone better against Auburn this weekend. I think most recognize that.
Yeah. I mean, the weather was great before Auburn got here, so I think they brought the bad weather.
Yeah.
And it threw us off a little bit, and Tennessee was unable to get a series win at home, which, hey man, this is new territory for us. We're usually on the winning side versus anyone at home in the weekend series. So
2 regular season weekends to go. Vandy and Arkansas, teams that Tennessee and Tennessee fans love to beat. 2 very important weekends coming up. So this past weekend and the last several series have not gone Tennessee's way. But Swain, speaking of positivity, I have something that will make you feel better when we come back.
All right.
865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, you can call that number to hop on board. You can text that number. You can hop in the YouTube chat with us to connect this afternoon. We're with you until 3 o'clock. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
Time
CumulusDigital.com.
now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
The first round of the NBA playoffs concluded last night as the Warriors defeated the Rockets 103-89 in Game 7 of the Western Conference first round. Buddy Hield leading the way with 33 points for Golden State. The Pacers defeated the Cavaliers 121-112 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. 2 points for Golden State. The Pacers defeated the Cavaliers 121-1 semifinals. 2 more second-round games get going tonight at 7 o'clock. The Knicks take on the Celtics. Semifinals, the Nuggets visit the Thunder for Game 1 of that series. Tip-off is at 9:30. Major League Baseball tonight at 6:45. Dodgers visit the Marlins. Nationals host the Guardians. 7 o'clock. Padres visit the Yankees. 7:15. Braves host the Reds. At 7:45, White Sox take on the Royals. Brewers host the Astros. Giants visit the Cubs. Cardinals host the Pirates. At 9:40, the Mets visit the Diamondbacks. 10 o'clock, A's host the Mariners. Just one game in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Eastern Conference second-round series. Game 1 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers is at 8 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Spring is the season of love. Now, maybe you spent all winter cozying up with your special someone, and now it's time to pop that big question. That means it's also the time to find the perfect ring at TK Wheeler Jewelers. TK Wheeler Jewelers has a huge selection of engagement rings in all different sizes, shapes, and colors. You can check out beautiful eternity bands, diamond solitaires, or even diamond halo engagement rings. And you can go as big as you want because at TK Wheeler Jewelers, you're always going to get more bling for your buck than anywhere in Knoxville. TK Wheeler Jewelers is located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. It's right there next to the Outback Steakhouse, and you're going to love your shopping experience. There's over $2.5 million of inventory, a friendly staff to help, and like I said a second ago, you're always going to get more bling for your buck. Find that perfect ring she won't be able to say no to at the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a big announcement. Swung on and hit into deep left field. Back to the wall. It's gone.
Lady Ball softball is underway at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium.
Walk-off home run.
Cheer on the Lady Balls as they take on SEC opponents Arkansas, Mississippi State, Auburn, Texas A&M, and more on Rocky Top. Better hurry, tickets are going fast. We'll see you at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium for Lady Ball softball. View the schedule and get your tickets at allballs.com.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Spring is in the air, and Knoxville Smokies opening day's right around the corner. Experience the season from your balcony at Yardley Flats. Brand new apartments in downtown Knoxville, steps away from the action at Covenant Health Park. These brand new studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments offer stunning views along with sleek, modern finishes and top-tier amenities designed for champions like you. Whether looking for a place to relax, entertain, or stay active, Yardley Flats has everything you need to live at the top of your game. They're filling up fast. Visit yardleyflats.com today.
Join Tyler and Will Thursday at Whitehead Auto Sales, 7117 Chapin Highway. Voted #1 in Blount County for 4 years straight and now serving South Knoxville. Come see the deals Whitehead Auto Sales have that's better than all the rest. Chapin Highway this Thursday with the Sports Animal.
I never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill and Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
And now, a no-frills ad sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Here it is. You can save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's it. See? Just a good old-fashioned, straightforward ad. See if you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or Progressive.com.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Our weather pattern today goes all the way from Montana out towards Bermuda, and East Tennessee is right smack dab in the middle with very cold air up high. That's why we could even have a couple of thunderstorms for the second half of Monday, even though highs are barely touching into the lower 60s with some gusty winds down to 50 tonight. For the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. 865-656-9900 is how you can join us. So we mentioned last segment, Swain, this weekend didn't go great for Tennessee baseball. They've now lost 4 out of the last 5 series in SEC play. And this is a team that was ranked number 1 in the country, had such a long winning streak to begin the season, and things haven't gone great recently. But some perspective of where things are, while recognizing, hey, things have to be better. Vanderbilt and Arkansas coming up, let's see. But if you look at the College World Series odds right now, and these are just odds, they're not going to tell you what's going to happen, but DraftKings give Tennessee the second best odds to win the national championship currently. And Tennessee is tied with Arkansas for the best odds to make the College World Series. FanDuel doesn't have, at least that I could find, odds to make the College World Series, but has Tennessee tied with LSU and Arkansas with the best odds to win the national championship. So despite this slide here in recent weeks in conference play, the odds makers still have Tennessee up there with the best teams in the country to win the title or compete for it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I do remember what the odds makers said about Tennessee over the last couple of years, and last year they were right. Other years they were not, and so at the end of the day, the game is played on the diamond, and you just look at kind of the mojo that we don't have right now. it's concerning. But the 2023 World Series appearance, Tennessee was able to get things going versus Vanderbilt. And so maybe that's the same thing that takes place here coming up. I mean, playing at home, it was Kavares Tears, if I'm not mistaken, just making a huge play, and then that was kind of the end of it. But hopefully Tennessee can find their mojo against the in-state rival. It's a rivalry. It's baseball.
This would be the Our State series.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who I think should throw out the first pitch?
Who you got?
Jalen Carey. I don't understand why you looking like that. Are you disappointed?
We've been talking about the orange dog.
Yes, I'm positive that Jalen Carey should throw out the first pitch. I'm positive. See?
The orange dog doesn't mean non-petty. The pettiness stays.
No, Jalen Carey is going to bring positivity to the baseball team. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. Look, I like the idea. 5:30 start on Friday. It's going to be on the SEC network.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as it should be.
Get Jalen Carey out there, former Vanderbilt Commodore, who's transferring to Tennessee to play basketball, to throw out the first pitch.
You know what he said, though, right?
He doesn't care about that black and gold?
He don't care about that black and gold. He don't care about that black and gold. So, he needs to at least be at the game. But I prefer him throwing out the first pitch. That probably would start something, right?
To quote him accurately from Rocky Top Insider, I'm a Vol now, man. Don't care about no black and gold. I bleed orange now. I don't care about what they've got to say. That is new Tennessee forward Jalen Carey.
Yeah, I need Jalen Carey at the game with a baseball jersey on. That's what I need to see that. I need to see that big orange energy. But I prefer him throw out the first pitch.
You don't want to see him do like a recruiting style walk out with the Vanderbilt hat on, toss it to the side, and put on the Tennessee hat?
That's too much.
Is that too much?
No, we haven't won enough to be doing that right now.
Okay. That's probably a good point. Tennessee Vandy, huge series coming up this weekend at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. But I thought that was interesting. It doesn't tell you exactly what's going to happen. There may be some liability reasons that they wouldn't drop Tennessee down too far, knowing the talent on Tennessee's roster. But the odds makers still have Tennessee right there at the top or just below the best odds to win the national championship or to at least make the College World Series.
Yeah, the haters love seeing what they're seeing right now from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the pitching has dropped off. When we were down 4-0 yesterday, part of me was like, "Oh, that's not that bad. We're playing at home, but at the same time, only 7 innings." And so I was a little concerned about the lack of opportunities, but at the same time, hey, man, this is one of the best offenses in the country. This is what we do, playing at home, our own ballpark. 4 runs may seem like a lot for someone else, but not for us. They lost 8-1.
Yep.
I mean, only scored 1 run. So
that's probably affecting the mood and the feeling as well. It feels different to Tennessee fans.
It feels different.
Watching a deficit and feeling like, this might be too much.
It certainly feels different. But, hey.
One series, one weekend can also change the feeling, depending on how it goes.
And
D1 Baseball ranks Tennessee number 15 in the country. In the update to begin the week, Vanderbilt will come in ranked number 11 in the country. And then Arkansas is ranked number 7, and just told you Arkansas is right up there with the best odds to win the national title right now.
I mean, it was great going to the World Series a couple of years ago, but playing at Ole Miss to do it, I don't want to do that again.
Right.
Like, I'd rather play at home, and so that's what you're playing for. It seems like right now is super regional location. Are you going to host it, or are you going to be somewhere else? So got to finish strong here with these next 2 SEC series.
Yeah, I wrote a couple of years ago, Clemson and Southern Miss. You'd rather just go through Knoxville.
Yeah, you just rather just play at home. Yeah, 100%.
Also, did we inadvertently come up with the name here of this segment? Mike says, I think you just named the dog. Petty the dog.
Petty?
Petty. What do you think about Petty?
It has a negative connotation.
That's
this is about positivity. The Big Orange Dog is about positivity.
Well, some might respond that they're positive you're going to remain petty.
Okay, I see what you're doing there.
We'll put it on the list. We've got a running list. Some name suggestions have included BOD for Big Orange Dog, also BOB for Big Orange Buddha, JJ for Josh and Jason. Should we rename the show too? Jason and Josh?
No, I like Josh and Swain.
Odie for Orange Dog. That would create perhaps the Odie cartoon character. Start making some money. And then consider Reggie, Kessling, Bert, or Money. So just name the dog after some legends.
I do like Money. Money's a good one.
Yep. Hey, this is a brainstorming session. All suggestions are good.
So next time we're hosting a big-time recruit, and the recruit's like, hey, man, this is my number. And we can say, hey, we got something more valuable than that. We got the real money right here. Big Orange Dog. It's more valuable than the money.
But if it can make us real money too, we're not opposed. We are not opposed. 865-656-9900. By the way, the updated top 5 from D1 baseball, it has a little more flavor around the country. It's been a lot of SEC in the top 5. Right now, the top 5 from D1 baseball, Texas is number 1 still, Florida State, LSU, North Carolina, and Oregon. So the SEC, the ACC, and the Big Ten all represented in the top 5.
Right.
Then Georgia, Arkansas, Auburn, Clemson, Oregon State, the top 10, with Tennessee number 15. Tennessee gets ready to host Vanderbilt, number 11 in the country this weekend. We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
Fellas, we love and prefer to be in control. You can do that with Low T Center. If you're feeling off this summer coming up, well, Low T Center can help you with several different options. You can get medical care right there in the center, or you can get professionally monitored custom dosing for the house. Also, there's weight loss options for you. If you're looking to lose some lbs, Low T Center has you covered too with prescription weight loss. And when you start, you will receive a free B12 shot on the same day. Most major insurances are accepted, so you have no excuse. Offers limited. The website, lowtcenter.com or fixmylowt.com. Go there and book your appointment. You'll be glad that you did. Website again, fixmylowt.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, a premium midsize all-electric SUV that boasts an EPA estimated range of 321 miles, allowing you to get where you want to go in state-of-the-art style. Underpinning the Audi A6 e-tron is an all-new EV platform that represents the culmination of Audi e-tron engineering, allowing it to enter a new echelon of performance, range, and charging for Audi. Now available at Audi Knoxville.
Hey, Michael, what has Rachel been doing with her hair and complexion? She looks amazing.
Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
No, seriously, I want to know. My wife's been wanting to ask her.
All right, come with me. I'll show you the secret. There you go.
Aqua Clear Water Systems? That's the secret? I've been hearing about them. I see their trucks everywhere. Even my neighbors just got one. Was it easy to get installed?
Yeah, and they did it in a few hours.
Is there much maintenance?
Nah, they take care of everything.
Can you tell a difference?
Yeah, immediately. I could never go back.
Did you have a good experience with them?
Oh, it was great. It's been the best home improvement we've ever done.
Anything you didn't like about it?
Only that we didn't get it sooner.
That would be a fabulous gift for my wife. I'm going to look them up. What's their website?
AquaClearWS.com. Here, let me write it down for you.
We'll change your water. It'll change your life.
You're in the best hands when you choose CRS Exteriors for all your exterior home renovations. Over 50 years experience, CRS specializes in providing superior products and expert craftsmanship. Locally owned and operated, CRS Exteriors, the name customers trust again and again for honest pricing. And as always, 12 months interest-free financing with no money down.
With everything going on in the markets and the headlines, we know this can feel like an uncertain time. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach and financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management. At Axiom, we're here to provide clarity, guidance, and support. Whether you have questions about your investments, retirement plans, or you just want to learn more about what's going on, our advisors are ready to help. Call us today or head to axiom.nm.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation. Let's navigate this together. Axiom Wealth Management is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
If you've got a yard, you may plan on digging in it. Like to build an addition, put in a pool, or bury your pirate booty. But you should know that throughout the country, there may be pipelines buried underground. And if you hit one, you've got trouble. Sorry. So before you dig, call 811 to have any buried pipelines located and marked at no charge. For more tips on pipeline safety, visit pipesafety.org. A message from the Tennessee Gas Association, Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
I'm Michael Jenkins here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. On the Diamond today, we love the under 8 total in the Tigers-Astros matchup in Houston. A great pitching duel between Jack Flaherty and Ronald Blanco. Flaherty allowed just 2 runs in his last start, while Blanco allowed only 1 run in his last appearance. On top of that, these are the 2 best pins in the AL, with each bullpen posting an ERA under 3, so we're going with the under. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books, and download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Nate Amit. Chip in the text box says, what about Nate Dogg?
I like it.
We also had this question. This could go along with it. You're on the VFL board. Jerry says, hey guys, listen to the show every day. Appreciate that, Jerry. My question is, how many years of playing any sport do you have to be considered a VFL? Jerry here in Knoxville.
Playing on the team. Because there's guys that are on the team that, you know, they give it their all. They do everything that's asked of them. They just can't crack the depth chart. And they've put their time in. They've been here 3 years, and they want to go somewhere else. And they wasn't going to play if they came back, so they had to go somewhere to find some playing time. But they still love Tennessee, and let's say they graduated from Tennessee. That can happen. I mean, I think it'd be hard not to look at that person as someone that's not a VFL.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have guys leave after a year, leave after 2 years, and they go somewhere else, and they play at their new place as long, if not longer, than they played at Tennessee. Then I'm sorry, I can't be looking at that person as a VFL.
An obvious former Tennessee player that you probably don't consider a VFL, Henry T. I'm guessing Nico's not going to make the list.
No.
A one-and-done type, like Dalton Connect, Chaz Lanier, no doubt VFLs, right?
Yeah, because
Nademan, if he spends here 1 year as expected and then goes to the NBA next year, VFL.
I mean, some of it can be length. All right, the criteria could be the amount of time you spent here, but also it's like the impact too, and what you did when you was here and how you conducted yourself. I mean, for Dalton Connect, he had a couple different stops. Chaz Lanier, that might be a little different because Chaz Lanier came from one place where he spent 3 years. Dalton went JUCO and then went to a smaller school, then got here to Tennessee. But I know those guys, if there was an extra year available to them and it was best that they came back to school, they would definitely take that offer, run with it, and come back to Tennessee because they love Tennessee.
Well, and also length of time, they will come back.
Yeah,
think about Dalton getting the suite for his former teammates, and some not former, but the Tennessee basketball team in Indianapolis.
Yeah, the Lakers Pacers game.
Yeah, he got him a suite. You'll see Dalton back in Knoxville for the next couple of decades.
Well, he was back.
You'll see Chaz and his family coming back to Knoxville for years into the future.
Well, he was back this past year
for a football game, right?
Yeah, for a football game,
yeah.
And got a chance to interview him during the game. I forgot what game it was, but got a chance to talk to him, interview him during the broadcast. So he was already back. That was the game where he was doing push-ups. We were scoring a lot of points.
It's a Kent State game. Has a lot of push-ups.
There's a lot of push-ups in that one.
We'll come back. We still have a lot to talk about. Time for your calls and text share. We appreciate that one at 865-656-9900. Alongside the new orange dog in the studio, to be named later. We come back talking to you, Tennessee football, basketball, and everything going on with UT Athletics right now on Josh and Swain.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. Spring is finally here. With that, there's graduations, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. There's no better way of saying how much you love and appreciate that someone special, but with a beautiful piece of jewelry. How often do you hear, my parents gave me that for graduation. I got that for Mother's Day or Father's Day. But you'll only hear that if that piece of jewelry is a good design. Well made, made to last. At Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, that's what we do. We want to be your jeweler.
Join Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary celebration. This May, enjoy $20 off a 7-day rental. Do it yourself and take your time. Locally owned and operated, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today to book a free estimate or call for full service. Just point and they'll do all the heavy lifting. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
When there's stuff that you want gone, give a buzz to Junk Be Gone.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenore City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
Dogwood Arts presents Southern Skies with Grammy nominee Charlie Crockett.
Gather around the fire, boys, story I will tell.
The Dirty Governors.
Summer's gone, but it won't take long.
Willow Avalon.
I know heartbreaker.
Devin Gilfian.
Back, baby. Come back.
And many more this Saturday on the World's Fair Park. Get your tickets at southernskiesfest.com and add on the Tennessee Whiskey Experience, where you can sample the best whiskey and spirits from across the state. Don't miss Charlie Crockett.
She just stopped the time.
Dirty Governors and many more this Saturday. It's Knoxville's signature music festival with something for everyone. Sponsored by R&L Federal Credit Union. Visit Knoxville, Cherokee Distributing, Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, and William Henry Fine Gentlemen's Clothing. This Saturday, gates open at 11:30, music starts at 12:30, and goes all day long. Bring your lawn chairs and blankets. Plenty of food and drink on site. Southern Skies. For tickets and more details, visit southernskiesfest.com.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, a proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Brentsville. Touchdown. Streaming worldwide at 991thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. Yes! We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with the Sports Minute, sponsored by Napa, the pros that know how to keep your business moving at full speed. Let's not kid ourselves. This wasn't just a horse race. It was a metaphor. Journalism nearly pulled off the upset in the Kentucky Derby, but sovereignty, yes, as in power, control, the whole system nosed out a win on Saturday at the wire. Journalism ran with heart. It didn't win, but it mattered. I'm Maggie Gray.
At Napa, we've spent the last 100 years building our business into an engine that powers yours. Whether you're big or small, national or local, Napa has the automotive solutions your business needs to stay moving. And it's all driven by a nationwide network of quality parts and exceptional service on one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead. That's why we are the pros that know.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. We have 2 hours to go this afternoon on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. Great to be on each afternoon in the Tri-Cities area as well. Wherever you are tuning in, however you are doing so, thank you for hanging out with us on the show. We're also live on YouTube. Stop by the Sports Animal YouTube channel. Would love for you to subscribe when you do so. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Speaking of VFLs, Jeff in the text box said shout out to Christian Moore, who stayed after the final game that the Trash Pandas played against the Smokies yesterday. There at the third base stands, and he did not leave until every autograph was signed. Estimating he was probably there for 45 minutes. So there's a VFL with a strong connection to Tennessee. Of course, he's a legend, helped produce a national championship at Tennessee. He was back in town over the last week.
Yeah, home is home, man. And probably didn't want to leave, but he also wanted to thank all those Tennessee fans that supported him and had Tennessee baseball's back and his back during his time here. And being in that position, like, you want to sign every one of those posters or helmets or footballs or baseballs or whatever it is. You want to be able to sign as much as you can and tell everyone thank you that come to support you at your game and supported you during your time at Tennessee. And maybe he was just stalling. He want to go back to Alabama.
It could be part of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, if I stand here long enough, maybe I'll get the call from the Angels that I'm moving up, and I don't have to go back down into the state of Alabama.
Exactly.
So it could be both. That would make a lot of sense. He's a sharp one, Christian Moore. John in the YouTube chat says we have the Orange Dog, we have Boo Carter, the wide receiver, and we have Joey Football leading the charge on offense. The Vols have true aura.
You know what? I'm going to wait until I call him Joey Football. I need to see what he's going to do first.
At least maybe get a practice in before.
I mean, at least one.
He gets a new nickname.
Yeah, at least a period.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's fair.
Routes versus air or something. I mean, was he called Joey Football before? Was that something that stuck with him before? Because if that was his nickname before, then okay. But giving him a new nickname and he hasn't done anything yet, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. Because there's already a lot of pressure on him as it is. I don't want to put more pressure on him. I mean, he's a quarterback at Tennessee. He's supposed to be the Nico Iamaleava replacement. And people are going to expect him to be better.
Yeah, he already walks in with either pressure or just a big spot.
And the reason why people are going to expect him to be better is not because he has more physical talent. It's because he cares about playing the game and not just about the money. You know how some people are. Those people who say, I would rather have this than to have that because this player seems like he cares about the game more than the other stuff that comes with the game. Well, some folks are going to look at Joey Aguilar and expect better results than Nico would have given us this year. So there's already a lot of pressure on him as it is. I don't want to put more pressure on him by calling him Joey Football.
Well, here's an update. He was marketed at App State as Joey Football.
Okay.
He had Joey Football gear. There was the J4 App State shirt and the Joey Football hoodie, which he marketed at Alumni Hall. So
The
if
Alumni
it travels
Hall for App State.
For App State, yep. Yep, so they're in, I imagine, Boone.
So we're just going to change the colors on them then, right?
Sure. He had a shirt, the back of the T-shirt from the Bay to Boone.
And from the Bay to Knox. Or I don't have anything around with that.
The Big Orange Boom, because of fireworks for the touchdowns that he produces. Is that too much?
No,
it's a lot for the T-shirt.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's back on the right coast instead of the left coast.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're gonna call him Joey Football.
Okay.
I would still like to wait, but he was already called that before, so I guess it makes sense. But a lot of pressure on him. That's for sure. I'm sure he prefers it that way. I don't think there's a lot of pressure on him at UCLA.
No, at UCLA, the talk was, hey, can he help get them to a bowl game?
Pretty
and if
much.
so, he did his job.
Hey, we went 5-7
From
the first,
a team perspective.
Yeah, we went 5-7 our first season. Can Joey Aguilar help us take a step?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, hey, this team went to the college football playoff last year. The offense has to be better, and you're playing in the SEC. If I'm Joey Aguilar, I honestly prefer more pressure than not. Because you already played at App State, where it's a really good program, but when you play Clemson and you play some of these bigger programs, there was no expectations for you to win the game. And how many big games with 70, 80, 90,000 people crowds are you going to play in front of? Well, not many, but now you get a chance to do that. So you want that pressure. You've played a couple seasons without it. Like the JUCO where he came from, I mean, how many people were at his game there? So I'm sure
probably less than a lot of high schools produce.
Yeah, I'm sure he's ready for this moment, ready to seize the opportunity. See how he plays when he gets here.
There will be all kinds of storylines around it. Tennessee traded one quarterback from California for another, both with the colleges, and Nico was from California.
Yeah.
Still is. And Joey's from California, so he comes back east.
Yeah. Weird stuff, man. We really pulled a trade. It's really what just happened. It's funny to think about it. We really just traded quarterbacks. Wow. But a lot of people will be rooting for Tennessee. The opposite of how people root for Tennessee baseball. A lot of baseball folks, they don't root for Tennessee. But I think with Tennessee football, because of what happened with Nico.
Oh, you mean just in general?
In
around.
general. Yeah. Like outside Tennessee baseball fans, no one's really rooting for Tennessee baseball except for like the young fans that like the way Tennessee plays. And there's some people that like the way Tennessee plays outside of their age, but like what I see is, oh man, Tennessee don't like the way they play. But Tennessee in football, I think a lot of people will say, hey man, they're the ones that stood up, and I hope they're successful. I hope it doesn't cost them for standing up, because if it does, then in the future, more schools may say, you know what, man, Tennessee stood up, and look what it cost them. It cost them games. We're probably going to have to make that payment. But if Tennessee is good and is able to show that, hey, man, stand up, team chemistry is better, going into the summer, you get a chance to build leadership, you're better off. I think more teams will do the same.
If Tennessee goes down to Atlanta in the season opener and beats Syracuse, and Joey Aguilar is the starting quarterback and has a nice game, that'll create more buy-in for Tennessee fans. And for non-Tennessee fans, that'll create a feel-good story of, hey, Tennessee had this happen. Tennessee's already won the PR battle.
Yeah.
And then if they look at Joey Aguilar, who's somewhat of a sympathetic figure in how it all played out, for him to have success with Tennessee, they'll get a lot of good pub out of that.
Yeah, you nailed it with the sympathetic figure part, because, man, he basically got kicked to the curb.
Yeah, brought in and then booted.
Yeah, he got kicked to the curb, so you want to see him successful on a bigger stage and have even more success than the guy that replaced him at UCLA that was a former quarterback at Tennessee.
Some naming updates with our orange dog in the studio. We have a new orange dog. Chris said that Odie was the dog in Garfield and was kind of dumb, so you might want to steer clear there.
Yeah, man, we don't want to.
Yeah, so we could run into a naming rights issue. Plus, maybe it's a good idea. It's just that the precedent of it would not be favorable for our orange dog, who we anticipate bringing the smarts.
Yeah, he's smart, man.
Now this is
perfect.
I don't know if they're still in existence or not. This at one point was an offshore sports book, but we had a text from Brian that said, "I'm going to put this dog naming thing to rest. You can thank me later. It's been in front of you the whole time. The dog's name should be Bodog, big orange dog, and you can call him Bo for short." But I don't know if Bodog is on the table. Bodog appears to still be in existence as an online poker company.
I will say,
Doesn't mean we can't use it.
I do appreciate him calling his shot.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, he called his shot.
A lot of confidence from Brian.
Yeah. A lot of confidence.
And then Josh in Knoxville says, from the Bay to the foothills.
That's right. That's right.
For Joey Aguilar.
That is right. Yep. If he is named the starting quarterback, that first home game where they do the player introductions on the video board.
Mm-hmm. ETSU September 6th. That's the home opener. He'll get a warm reception.
I mean, warm. And that'll be really cool.
Provided the Volunteers are 1-0 going into that game.
Well, provided that he plays well against Syracuse. Because if he's like terrible, then I don't know if he's going to get the same welcome as he would get if he,
Right.
But if he plays well and Tennessee loses, it's different than him playing bad. But if he plays well enough, then he'll get a big time welcome, as he should.
TW also supports Just Call Him Bo. Big Orange. Big Orange Bo.
Put on the list. We'll put it on the list.
It's on the list. Just below Nate Dogg, in order of them coming in. Honcho and Crockett were also recent suggestions.
Honcho. All right.
And Scott says, name him OG. We had another one that said OP for Orange Pants. And then Poe. P.O. for Positively Orange.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Wow, okay.
And
I do love the interaction. I do love the creativity.
Love all the suggestions. We have an orange. If you're slightly to largely confused, we have a new orange dog in the Josh and Swain studio. You might remember the orange dog that brought some positive energy for a brief time.
Brief is key word.
Late in the 2011 season with Derek Dooley as the head coach. And we've created some new positive energy with our own orange dog.
It was time because of all the conversations about what Tennessee did not get in the portal and kind of what's going on a little bit with the baseball team hitting a rut. It was time for some big orange energy. Big orange dog.
I like it. Brian followed up after calling his shot with Bodog. Dang, no such thing as an original idea, huh?
No.
We appreciate the idea. It's
No.
on the list. It is on the list. It is a long-running list. 865-656-9900 if you would like to weigh in on name suggestions for the Big Orange Dog, what's going on with Tennessee football, the offseason, Tennessee baseball with 2 regular season weekends to go. A little bit later in the hour, story time with Carl Pickens, how he knew that he was going to be a Tennessee Volunteer. We're with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with us as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Caller 15 right now at 656-WINS gets a shot at 4 tickets to the FedEx St. Jude Championship in Memphis, 2 golf bags, and a $1,000 gift card. Caller 15, 656-9467 from Michelob Ultra and 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Want to have a stunning, bug-free, shaded room to enjoy the outdoors? A new deck with maintenance-free deck railing system. From design to installation, the team at Diversified has you covered. Call Diversified Enclosures and screen now at 453-6780.
Sunandscreen.com. This isn't your grandparents' YMCA. Sure, you might have learned to swim at the Y or spend summers at camp, but when was the last time you experienced the Y? Today's YMCA of East Tennessee is packed with everything you need to crush your fitness goals. From top-of-the-line workout equipment to pickleball courts, platforms for heavy lifting, certified personal trainers, and high-energy body pump classes. There's a place for you at the Y. Rediscover the YMCA of East Tennessee. 5 locations, endless possibilities. Visit ymcaknoxville.org to join today. The YMCA of East Tennessee, where fitness meets community.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, TennesseeHome.us.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him, but nothing prepared him for the fight against ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Online pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Men's Pro Knoxville said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Men's Pro Knoxville was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With AD and performance treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 865-544-8220 or go to menspronknoxville.com. Your consultation includes blood work with results before you leave. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
I know there can be a lot of uncertainty involved in planning your financial life. Modern retirement strategies demand an approach that acknowledges the unpredictability of markets, increasing life expectancies, and the ever-changing economic system that surrounds personal finance. Hi, this is Jim Brogan, and at Brogan Financial, we serve our clients in helping them achieve their life goals for retirement and beyond. Visit us online at broganfinancial.com to learn more about how to take control of your financial future.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a two-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Alongside VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. The early part of the show, Swain, we talked about some of the post-spring SEC rankings that we have seen from Andy Staples of On3, from Brad Crawford of 24/7 Sports. Well, Crawford today, I think earlier during the show, he put out his post-spring college football playoff projections. I'm not going to go through all the projections for you unless you're very curious. But from an SEC standpoint, his SEC championship prediction right now is Texas. No big surprise there. The SEC at-large teams that he has getting into the college football playoff. The 7 seed in the playoff, Alabama. The 9 seed, LSU. And the 11 seed, Georgia.
I'm missing something, ain't he? No? Is he not missing anything?
Well, that is up for opinion. His conference champs are Ohio State, Texas, Clemson, Iowa State out of the Big 12, and then Navy, the group of 5 team to get in, as a 12 seed. The other at-large teams, Penn State, the 5 seed, Notre Dame, the 6 seed, Oregon, the 8 seed. This graphic is slightly confusing. No offense to anybody. Miami, the 10 seed. And then I mentioned the SEC teams. So from the SEC, Texas, Alabama, LSU, and Georgia. 4 SEC teams.
I mean, I totally understand why. I mean, LSU super aggressive in the portal. You have starting quarterback. I mean, Alabama, they do have really good coach staff. They bring in one of the best offensive coordinators in, Grubbs, reuniting with Kalen DeBoer. And then no one's going to really push back on anybody picking Georgia to get to the college football playoff and being one of 12 teams. And then you look at Texas with all they have and their quarterback. So I can promise you that one of those teams won't make it.
Which one?
LSU or Bama. One of those two.
Okay. Is Georgia being slept on here? They're still going to have a terrific roster.
How are they being slept on?
Well, I'm seeing them behind Alabama in several rankings. They're behind Alabama and LSU in this seeding.
Well, I mean,
they would be in this case they'd be the last at-large team in. That is a drop off from what we've seen from Georgia over the last 5+ years. But maybe they will be. Maybe they're not being slept on.
Did the quarterback play after they had the injury make you believe that Gunnar Stockton was going to be able to lead Georgia to this championship game?
The play probably not, but a full off season with him having more time to prepare for that position would enhance my optimism if I'm on their side. There's a difference in kind of being thrust into it earlier than expected with no experience versus now he has some experience and a full off season to prepare.
I mean, I like putting them kind of where they are and then saying, all right, let's wait and see what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
The talent is there. I mean, he was a 5-star player coming in, but he was behind Carson Beck. And Carson Beck goes out, gets hurt. He did a good job in the SEC championship game, kind of willing them to a victory, but he didn't look too hot in the playoffs. And that's with extra time. That's with all the talent that's around him. It's one thing to go in the spur of the moment and play like he played, but you should have played a lot better, I think, in the playoffs when you had extra time, practice for multiple days to prepare for the opponent, and he just didn't look right. Now, it may just be a one-time deal, and he may come out and be a whole lot better, but I think positioning them where they are right now, I think it's pretty fair.
Okay. Georgia, you might recall, is the SEC opener for Tennessee. That is Week 3. Tennessee will host Georgia in Knoxville.
Hey, this could be a really good thing, or it could be a thing that goes against us. And sometimes we've seen Georgia start off slow.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they play us, oh, man, they're hitting their
speed
stride. They picked the best weekend and hit their stride against us, but we've seen them play with their food against Kentucky and almost lose. We've seen them do that, lose to Ole Miss. We've seen them do that to other teams. Maybe that happens when they go on the road and play Tennessee.
And the Nick in the text box says LSU is one of Brad Crawford's SEC picks to make the playoff. Says nobody gets more preseason love and underperforms every season more than LSU.
That's true.
Says I don't get it. Brian Kelly is washed. This is the year. If he doesn't get him there, I can't really believe that he's at LSU next year.
I mean, what is LSU going to do?
Fire him.
And get who?
Somebody else.
I mean, I guess they can do that.
College football's a crazy world.
I mean, I wonder how much they would have to pay him, what his buyout is if he gets fired after this season. But
yeah, I'd have to look. My guess is that it's a lot of money, but knowing they've invested in this roster with the portal additions, they have a quarterback returning that is being talked about as a first-round pick in the NFL draft. If that doesn't lead them into one of the top 12 spots at the end, this is a program that the goal is national championships.
Oh, I get it.
So if Brian Kelly can't get them to the playoff to be a top 12 team, when Ed Orgeron and Les Miles got them to be a top 1 team, I don't think that they will wait any longer.
Well, I feel like what LSU is doing this year with the portal and going all in is what Ohio State did with Ryan Day. Like, we're going to see if you really can get it done, if we give you everything that you need. We're going to eliminate all the excuses. All the excuses you had of, okay, I didn't have my right staff, or this is not the right position coach or coordinator, or maybe the personnel on defense wasn't good enough, or the personnel here on offense wasn't good enough. We're going to eliminate all those excuses. And if you can't get it done, it's you, and we will replace you. I feel like that's what maybe LSU is doing. Same thing Ohio State did with Ryan Day.
Swain, we got a vote for Crockett as a name for our new orange dog in the studio. We also had suggestions of Animal and Admiral. Admiral because he could lead the Vol Navy.
Okay. Another one was just Animal?
Animal.
We might as well just name Dog then.
Well, I imagine the connection is that the orange dog is an animal, and we're on the sports animal. Well, we could name him Dog, but that would...
I mean, I think Joshua Joseph would appreciate it and like it.
Dog. I think the concern is if we name him Dog, that's too generic and would allow him to hit the show transfer portal if he's unhappy with us and just go be somewhere else because he'd still be a dog elsewhere.
No, he can't go anywhere. He's locked in, baby.
Bound to contract?
He's locked in.
All right, we'll come back. Carl Pickens. Boy, was he locked in when he was on the field. How he ended up at the University of Tennessee. Here from the VFL legend next with 90 minutes to go on Josh and Swain.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal, the University of Tennessee, and the Folds of Honor, May 18th and 19th at Tennessee National Golf Resort for the Falls of Honor Tee-Off Event and Golf Invitational. Proceeds support UT students whose parents were killed or disabled during their military service or as a first responder. Sunday's event will feature great food, music, and celebrity appearances, followed by a golf scramble the next day. Visit FOH.org/Falls of Honor for info.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
The first round of the NBA playoffs concluded last night as the Warriors defeated the Rockets 103-89 in Game 7 of the Western Conference first round. Buddy Hield leading the way with 33 points for Golden State. The Pacers defeated the Cavaliers 121-112 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. 2 more second-round games get going tonight at 7 o'clock. The Knicks take on the Celtics for Game 1 in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference semifinals, the Nuggets visit the Thunder for Game 1 of that series. Tip-off is at 9:30. Major League Baseball tonight at 6:45. Dodgers visit the Marlins. Nationals host the Guardians. 7 o'clock. Padres visit the Yankees. 7:15. Braves host the Reds at 7:45. White Sox take on the Royals. Brewers host the Astros. Giants visit the Cubs. Cardinals host the Pirates. At 9:40, the Mets visit the Diamondbacks. 10 o'clock. A's host the Mariners. Just one game in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Eastern Conference second-round series. Game 1 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers is at 8 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing, the only plumbing company you need to handle all your plumbing problems. Any issue you run into, you can count on the team at Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Wilson Brothers Plumbing is proud of the highly trained and certified team of plumbers that are there every day to provide top-notch service. Their expertise, their dedication to the plumbing trade is second to none, and that's why they promise to offer skilled, passionate, and dedicated service to make sure whatever job you need done is done correctly. We have relied on Wilson Brothers Plumbing at my home. We had a great experience. You can find the review that I left, and you can find an average customer rating of 4.9 out of 5 on their Google reviews, because every single day they are working to help make sure people in East Tennessee are taken care of. When you need to hire a professional plumbing company, give Wilson Brothers Plumbing a call at 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Dogwood Arts presents Southern Skies with Grammy nominee Charlie Crockett.
Gather around the fire, boys, story I will tell.
The Dirty Governors.
Summer's gone, but it won't take long.
Willow Avalon.
I know heartbreaker.
Devin Gilpia.
Back, baby.
And many more this Saturday on the World's Fair Park. Get your tickets at southernskiesfest.com and add on the Tennessee Whiskey Experience, where you can sample the best whiskey and spirits from across the state. Don't miss Charlie Crockett, Dirty Governors, and many more this Saturday. It's Knoxville's signature music festival with something for everyone. Sponsored by R&L Federal Credit Union. Visit Knoxville, Cherokee Distributing, Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, and William Henry Fine Gentlemen's Clothing. This Saturday, gates open at 11:30, music starts at 12:30, and goes all day long. Bring your lawn chairs and blankets. Plenty of food and drink on site. Southern Skies. For tickets and more details, visit southernskiesfest.com.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, a proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
Spring is in the air, and Knoxville Smokies opening day's right around the corner. Experience the season from your balcony at Yardley Flats. Brand new apartments in downtown Knoxville, steps away from the action at Covenant Health Park. These brand new studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments offer stunning views along with sleek, modern finishes and top-tier amenities designed for champions like you. Whether looking for a place to relax, entertain, or stay active, Yardley Flats has everything you need to live at the top of your game. They're filling up fast. Visit yardleyflats.com today.
If you're thinking about getting new countertops, call the pros at Smoky Mountain Tops. Take the luxury of quartz countertops outside with Caesar Stone's new outdoor collection. Caesar Stone quartz is stain-resistant, easy to clean, and highly durable. Whether it's Lindsey Nelson Stadium or your residential projects, Smoky Mountain Tops would love the opportunity to earn your business. Quality, service, dedication. SmokyMountainTops.com. That's SmokyMountainTops.com. Proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols.
Over 50 years experience, CRS Exteriors, the name you can trust for all your exterior home renovations. Locally owned and operated, CRS provides expert craftsmanship, superior products, windows, siding, doors, roofing, and you'll always get hassle-free, honest pricing, 12 months interest-free financing. 670-8823. Call today.
Want to create a beautiful outdoor space? Call Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fence experts. We offer a no-pressure approach so you can relax as our team works with you to design a deck or fence that perfectly suits your needs and style. We use only the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship to ensure a long-lasting, beautiful product. Call us today, 865-304-0955, or you can visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com for a free consultation. Let's create a backyard you're going to love.
This report is sponsored by Cordell and Cordell.
Cordell and Cordell. Divorce and Family Law. 866-323-7529. 408 North Cedar Bluff Road, Suite 425, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37923. CordellCordell.com.
We got a spin cycle way over our heads. We call this the weatherman's woe, the upper level low, and it's why we had those cold raindrops off and on throughout Monday. High briefly touching down at the lower 60s. Little winter continues tonight down to 50, and then a little better sunshine Tuesday. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com. Get breaking fall news on your text. To sign up, text VOLS to 865-656-9900 right now. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're drying out a little bit as we're here a little more than halfway through this Monday episode. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join. You can call, you can text. We have a new Orange Dog mascot in the studio. We appreciate all the name suggestions. As we're compiling the list, we'll get to the bottom of it here soon. But thanks for all the interaction so far today. Big thanks to everybody involved on Friday. We had a great time during the 26th annual Philip Fulmer Golf Classic to benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Tennessee Valley. It's a wonderful annual event, and we had a great time sitting down with Coach Philip Fulmer, as well as VFL legends Andy Kelly, Carl Pickens, and Fred White. Full interview is available in the Josh and Swain feed, wherever you get your podcasts. And the interview included this conversation. You asked the guys who were on the show, the VFLs, about when they knew, or their moment knowing, hey, I'm going to go play at Tennessee. Listen to the story Carl Pickens shared. As it turned out, Philip Fulmer was hearing that story for the first time as well. But Carl Pickens on being recruited by the University of Tennessee and ultimately choosing to play for the Volunteers.
Yeah, I knew it was the place I was going when I went home, and I earlier in the day at school, I had committed to South Carolina. So when I got home, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to South Carolina. She didn't say anything. There was no reaction. She went out and told my dad he's going to South Carolina. Didn't hear anything. And I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to South Carolina. So I called my high school coach.
First time I heard this story.
Yeah, this is a true story. I called my high school coach and said, hey, Coach, because Tank Black had just left my high school that day. And I said, yeah, I'll go. And then I told my mom, and there was no reaction. Tell my dad. There's no reaction. And then I called my high school coach. I said, hey, listen, I think I've changed my mind. I didn't say I wanted to go to Tennessee. I said I need to go to Tennessee. And that was my defining moment right there. When you because I was a mama's boy, and I still am. And, you know, I didn't want to disappoint them and her and stuff. And I could see she wanted me to go to Tennessee. So
Kippy Brown strikes again.
Kippy came. He came and he laid it on thick, man. You know, he was smooth, and, you know, my dad was kind of, you know, I don't know about this guy, but yeah, he did his job, and it worked out.
We're glad you did.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm glad. Yeah,
I'm very glad you did.
Yeah.
Andy Kelly there at the end. He was very glad. Tennessee fans very glad, and it worked out. And by the way, Carl Pickens, well, he's back at the tournament, isn't he, on Friday? He has maintained a strong connection, University of Tennessee, during that interview, and he joined us several weeks ago, shared similar stories, and I went a little bit deeper on the experience he has no matter where he goes, running into Tennessee fans and creating a connection. He shared an example of being in Philadelphia at a speaking engagement and meeting a woman whose daughter goes to the University of Tennessee. Then Andy Kelly shared an example of just how the Tennessee fan base is viewed as different, and the following of Tennessee, support of Tennessee, different than anywhere else from an outside perspective. So really appreciated that time. That was a good story from Carl Pickens.
When they say that Tennessee fans are everywhere, they mean it. And, you know, Carl, when he was on our show, he told us that same story about seeing a Tennessee fan there in Philadelphia. But, you know, him being from South Carolina, you would think parents would want their kids to stay home, close to home. But Mom and Dad knew what was best.
They knew best.
And that was for him to go to Tennessee.
Perfect example.
Didn't say anything. Carl knew. Yeah, Coach, I think I made the wrong decision. I think I need to go ahead and go to Tennessee. It's what I need to do. It's not what I want to do. It's what I need to do. And, man, what a legacy that he left. And guys like Joey Kent looked up to him. And he's one of the best Tennessee Vols of all time, one of the best. When we talk about best receivers in Tennessee history, he always is 1, 2, or 3.
You know, it's kind of an annual conversation people have of, okay, if you could take any former Tennessee football player, maybe remove Peyton from the list, and you could put it on this team, who would you pick? And you can have different conversations because you can go with best player or position of need. Carl would be a high draft pick in that conversation because he's arguably in the top 3 to 5 players, regardless of position, ever play at the University of Tennessee. Position of need, but he's a guy that changes everything.
Well, I would put Carl Pickens number 1 because you could use some safety help. You lost a couple guys there through the portal, and then you could use receiver help. In case you didn't know that either, Josh. But yeah, Carl Pickens would be number 1. Any form of all that you could add to this roster and this team, who would it be? Carl Pickens would be number 1 for me.
If you could have Carl and Boo Carter playing both ways, why not?
I'm totally cool with that.
Mike Matthews too.
Why? Does Mike Matthews play defense too?
In high school, just like Carl.
No.
So how about Carl and Mike roaming back there at safety?
No, we can find one safety from high school that we can put back there. We don't need multiple guys. We don't need multiple guys.
Okay.
I think we okay with just Carl back there. Yeah, we're gonna roll with just Carl.
We're just rolling with Carl.
Yeah. Usually on this type of question, I either go offensive line or defensive line.
Right.
I mean, I've done that for the last couple of years. I think this year
I almost always pick Leonard Little.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good one. Anytime you can have someone that can rush the passer and create turnovers, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Carl Pickens, man. Play offense and defense for you. That's my pick. Get it?
Pick.
I mean, that's what they call it.
Ends. Yep.
Yeah. They call him pick. So
name him Sam, sports animal mascot for our new orange dog in the studio. I had a dog named Sam growing up. Skeet also texts in and says Skeet would be a tremendous name for the new orange doggy. So Skeet and Saudi Daisy would like us to name the dog after Skeet. After Skeet, yeah. Well, it's going on the list. We'll continue the conversation. 865-656-9900.
Sorry, Skeet, but it needs to be at the bottom.
It's unlikely to win out, okay?
Around the belt ward. On time.
We'll come back. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Josh and Swain.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Design. Spring is finally here. With that, there's graduations, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. There's no better way of saying how much you love and appreciate that someone special, but with a beautiful piece of jewelry. How often do you hear, my parents gave me that for graduation. I got that for Mother's Day or Father's Day. But you'll only hear that if that piece of jewelry is a good design. Well made, made to last. At Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, that's what we do. We want to be your jeweler.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him, but nothing prepared him for the fight against ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Men's Pro Knoxville said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Men's Pro Knoxville was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With AD and performance treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 865-544-8220 or go to menspronknoxville.com. Your consultation includes blood work with results before you leave. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Hey Vol fans, Matt Hall with McLean's Painting in Knoxville. It's time for our annual Painting with a Purpose charity event. Nominate a local nonprofit that could use a fresh coat of paint at mcleanspainting.com or click the What's Happening tab on this station's website. Do you know of a church-related organization or a 501c3 in need of some TLC? Nominate them now. A huge thanks to our sponsors, Sherwin-Williams, Sgt. Pepperonis, Jim McMichael Signs, Joe Shirt, and Cumulus Media. McLean's Painting, grateful to give back to our community.
Dogwood Arts presents Southern Skies with Grammy nominee Charlie Crockett.
Gather around the fire, boys, story I will tell.
The Dirty Governors.
Summer's gone, but it won't take long.
Willow Avalon.
I know heartbreaker.
Devin Gilpin.
Come back, baby. Come back.
And and many more this Saturday on the World's Fair Park. Get your tickets at SouthernSkiesFest.com and add on the Tennessee Whiskey Experience, where you can sample the best whiskey and spirits from across the state. Don't miss Charlie Crockett, Lady Governors, and many more this Saturday. It's Knoxville's signature music festival with something for everyone. Sponsored by R&L Federal Credit Union. Visit Knoxville, Cherokee Distributing, Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, and William Henry Fine Gentlemen's Clothing. This Saturday, gates open at 11:30, music starts at 12:30, and goes all day long. Bring your lawn chairs and blankets. Plenty of food and drink on site. Southern Skies. For tickets and more details, visit SouthernSkiesFest.com.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, a proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
Warm weather's here, and it's time to get outside and enjoy the privacy and the comforts of your own backyard, but you don't have a privacy fence. Or perhaps you need to upgrade your fence, as I just recently did with Tennessee Home. When contacting Tennessee Home, you're looking for somebody who is a licensed contractor who has one of the most experienced teams that East Tennessee has to offer. Over 100 yards for me and the new pup, Howie, and I've been satisfied since the final post went in the ground. 865-304-0955. That's 865-304-0955. We're online at TennesseeHome.us.
You're in the best hands when you choose CRS Exteriors for all your exterior home renovations. Over 50 years experience, CRS specializes in providing superior products and expert craftsmanship. Locally owned and operated, CRS Exteriors, the name customers trust again and again for honest pricing. And as always, 12 months interest-free financing with no money down.
Price the rest, they call the best at CRS Exteriors.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Tracy says, how about calling him Orange Dog?
Original. Can't go wrong with Orange Dog.
We have an Orange Dog in the studio.
Well, just call him Orange.
Orange, you glad you came up with that idea?
I like Skeet.
Skeet is on the list. Rocky texted in and said, since my name is Rocky, I'm willing to give up my name, image, and likeness for the Orange Dog to use. So we've had both Rock and Rocky suggested. We had another vote for Admiral. There's another vote for Rocky.
I like that.
And then Turkey Man said, name him Blue.
Turkey Man. Come on, man. We can't do that.
Here's one. Nick said, how about Juwan? Juwan Jennings. He was a dog.
Or just Jennings.
Does Jeremy Pruitt have a child named Jennings? Is that right? Named after Juwan?
Banks. I think he named his kid after Jeremy Banks.
Okay. Dog a la Orange is also suggested. So we're getting pretty deep into the list here at this point.
We're in the weeds, man.
Yes, we are. You know what? The point of this exercise and the point of the dog itself is to bring positive energy. Hopefully this exercise is bringing some positive energy or at least a laugh or two. That's the goal.
We got spoiled, Josh. We got spoiled because we were so used to Tennessee winning any and everything. And you go through bumps. You go through bumps in the road, and right now for Tennessee, man, that's kind of what's going on with us. I mean, Tennessee baseball lost a couple series. Football momentum from last season seems to be a little bit slowed down by the lack of action in the portal when you compare us to other teams. And so that's why the Orange Dog is important. Comes in and helps us understand that there's a lot of really good things to look at and be thankful for and be positive about.
Pantone 1, Fido 1, says Justin.
Pantone?
Pantone, yeah.
Okay.
Pantone 151. The color?
I'm with that one. It has to be unique. It has to be something different. But you know, at the same time, it can't be too far out of the weeds.
Josh says,
and we can't get in trouble. So
how about Proton for positive energy? A little Proton here.
Okay.
Another says Connect.
You know what? That might not be a bad idea.
It's not bad either.
It might not be a bad idea.
Another vote for Admiral that came in.
May not be a bad idea.
Vol Navy connection.
You can't go wrong with Connect now. Never can go wrong with that. That's not bad at all.
And then final minute of hour number 2, another hour to go, 865-656-9900. We had a question earlier, trying to pull it back up. A lot of names coming in. My answer here would be a definite yes, but Frank and Augusta said, can a member of the national championship volunteer debate team be a Vol for life? Posted victories over Georgia and UCLA on the way to the 1971 national championship tournament was hosted at Illinois. Why not?
Have you seen the Peyton Manning commercial? Absolutely.
Yeah. So I would say definite Vol for life.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, man, it's about what you feel in your heart. Because there are some folks that feel like the phrase VFL is reserved for only athletes. And there's people that feel that way who are not athletes. Mm-hmm. That feel like it's only reserved for athletes. I don't agree with that. I think it's reserved for people that dedicated their fandom to Tennessee. They've been loyal for years and years and years. Like, yes, you're not on the team, but it's still your team. And so
that's a big part of what makes Big Orange Nation, Vol Nation, how special what it is. That it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, like I'm not pulling a car over that has a VFL license plate and going, hey, did you play? Did you let her? If you didn't let her, take that off. No, I mean it's how you feel. It's what you emotionally contributed to Tennessee or monetarily, because hey, you purchased tickets and
you invested.
Yeah, for sure. So it used to be kind of reserved for athletes. I think when the term was first created and when it was used. But, man, it's grown so much. And, man, hey, we all VFLs, just in our own way. And we all play a different role. That's all important.
Last text comes in. I'm a VFL, and I sure as heck can't play down a football. We'll come back. Another hour to go. We appreciate all the interaction.
Me both, brother.
We invite more of it right here. Jason Swain's here. I'm Josh Ward on Josh and Swain.
Former MLB All-Star Sean Casey, a.k.a. The Mayor, keeps hitting it out of the park.
Take my 30 years of experience. Take the wisdom and knowledge I've learned from the failures when I got sent down my rookie year, all the injuries I had to overcome. Your mind is the most important tool you have in life. Be relentless. Keep charging. It matters how you talk to yourself, how you look at the world. That matters. We talk about that. I don't know. I'm fired up. Baseball's back, and it's going to be incredible. I love it.
The Mayor's Office with Sean Casey from Believe.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, Vol Nation, it's Nick Nico with your all-Vol Nick Nico real estate team at Keller Williams. The East Tennessee market is as hot as our Vols, and our team continues to draw up winning plays in every market. Take Teddy, who called me stating he had to sell his home and purchase a larger one, where his mother-in-law could move in. We put together a game plan that allowed us to buy a new home and sell his all at the same time. Don't let interest rates scare you from making a move. The right call can allow you to win big, while others sit out waiting for rates to drop. The time is now. How about Angela and Eddie, who needed to downsize so they could better manage their property and not have to continue to go upstairs. Just like the 8th inning in a tie game, they needed to play to get the win, and we found them the perfect property off market that allowed the time to sell their place and close on the same day. The Nick Nico team at Keller Williams has continued to come up with play after play, and now we're ready to draw one up for you. So call today, VOL 694-5904, or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
At the YMCA of East Tennessee, your membership comes with so much more than just access to the gym. Group classes like yoga, body pumps, Zumba, Pilates, Ultimate Fit, and water aerobics are all included. Need childcare while you work out? No problem. Whether you're an elite athlete training for the Knoxville Marathon or stepping into the gym for the very first time, yes, we'll even help you turn on the treadmill. You'll find all the support you need at the Y. 5 locations in Knoxville, unlimited possibilities. Join the Y today at ymcaknoxville.org, the YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us.
Lunch was great. Market Square is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Want a new zero-turn mower? You can win one in the Mower Mania drawings at the Mid Gaming Hall. Earn entries daily and win one of 5 John Deere zero-turn mowers or other great prizes. Free play, too. Drawings every Friday in May. Thank you to Meade Tractor for the awesome prizes. It's Mower Mania at the Mint Gaming Hall in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Visit themintgaming.com for complete details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on 99.1thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with the Sports Minute. The New York Knicks enter the Eastern Conference semis as major underdogs. No one gives them a chance against the defending champion Celtics. But remember, we haven't had a repeat since the 2018 Warriors. Something always gets in the way. Usually it's injuries, and the Celtics have had some health issues of late. And the Knicks might need some help. But in today's NBA, even the biggest favorites aren't always a guarantee. I'm Andrew Perloff.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome into hour number 3 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Not going to mention that one, Swain.
No, you can mention it, but it's a hard no. It ain't no, oh, maybe you'll think about it. Remember back in the day when you asked your parents if you want to go to this party or go to this friend's house or do this extracurricular activity, and your parents said, oh, we'll see, depending on their schedule, depending on your behavior and what grades you had. Yeah, we'll see. It depends.
Yeah. There's
also times when you are told no. Off the jump. Off the jump. Off the rip. Ain't no thinking about it. The answer is no. Well, we got a recommendation for the Orange Dog's name, and the response is no.
The intention's great. By the way, we appreciate all the interaction. I've kind of been overwhelmed. We've had so many name suggestions come in as Swain has found us a new Orange Dog mascot. It's here in the studio with us. It is bringing positive energy.
Yep, you can pick it up.
You can pick it up. The other one needed to be wheeled around because it was heavy duty.
Yeah.
No doubt about it, from the 2011 football season. So some of the name suggestions have included BOD for Big Orange Dog, JJ because our names are Josh and Jason. General has gotten a lot of run. I liked this one, Clad. Named the dog Clad because Clad and Big Orange.
All right. I like the creativity there. I like that one.
We also, though, we had OJ suggestion. O is for Orange, J for Jennings, the dog of all dogs. So the intention and the idea, I think, is a solid one, but there could be an obvious reason to not go with OJ.
The name is messed up for life. It will never be the same. Never looked at as the same. So, no. I don't even call orange juice OJ.
Is that right?
No, I call it orange juice. I don't even call it OJ. I don't want to give orange juice a bad name.
Church says Nadament Jr.
Yeah. All right, that was moving up the list right there.
That's pretty good. We also had Nate Dogg suggested.
Yep.
Also in honor of Nate Ament. Sid's trolling you. Says Doring. Chris Doring being the reference.
Oh, you mean the loser of the bet?
He is currently in the losers.
Currently the loser of the
losers
bet.
Category. Yep.
Right.
Poppy asked, "What is the make and model of the dog, please?"
Yeah, I don't really know.
He's fresh orange, though.
He's orange. I mean, same as Smokey, I guess.
John says Lane. Is Lane out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Majors in honor of the great John Majors.
I like that one. I like Major.
Also, we've had a lot of, pay homage to the legends, which has been cool. We had, how about Gus, after both the Deli and the great Gus Manning.
Okay, all right. I understand that one.
Vol Dog. We also had it suggested, hey, take the 4 best suggestions you get, put it up to a poll, Twitter, something like that, and let the people decide.
Okay.
How about Pause? Pause for being positive. P-A-W-S.
Oh, okay.
Enom, to borrow from the basketball program.
Okay.
And then Jordan says Butch.
Please get to the phones. Please.
We have another top 25 we'll get to. Joel Klatt with his top 25. Post-spring for the 2025 college football season. Before that, we say hello to Jay on Josh and Swain. Hey, Jay, good afternoon. Thank you for calling in. Hope you're having a great day so far.
Well, guys, I'm doing good, man. Leave the OJ name on the sidelines. Maybe might be for the best.
Yeah, it's definitely for the best.
Guys, I have Twitter is where everything breaks, is where people talk, and I'll get on there. I've never tweeted anyone, replied to anyone, but I'll get on there sometimes every now and then and just kind of see what people are talking about when it comes to sports. And, man, I mean, it's the world's coming to an end. If you're a Tennessee fan, if you go on Twitter and look at what people are saying, people saying they still believe in Tony Vitello, and I'm thinking, well, when did we stop believing in Tony Vitello? I didn't remember that happening, but you know, there's been a lot of talk on there about I saw with, you know, Coach Heupel and NIL and transfer portal and all this stuff, and you know, obviously we're the defending champs in baseball. I think basketball is really healthy. Rick just keeps, you know, pulling a rabbit out of his hat. I mean, with these transfers and stuff. But when it comes to football, the overall health of our program, just where it's at, portal, NIL, everything, just the overall trajectory and health of our football program, where would you guys rate it? You know, A, B, C, D. If you had to give it a letter grade, where do y'all rate the overall health of our program right now, football program?
I would give it I'll give it a B.
A B?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, I'd say B at worst, B plus. I'd probably try to squeeze a plus in there.
Is it recruiting and portal? I mean, it can get better. I think I think we recruit pretty well, but it sounds like maybe the portal is not, if you look on Twitter at least, it's not maybe going as planned, or where do you guys think the biggest difference that we need to make up at?
Yeah, and Swain, I'll let you hop in. For clarification on why I don't go A, because I'm grading it somewhat harshly because of the expectations of trying to compete for a national championship. And I think there's an obvious gap between the national title contenders and where Tennessee sits right now. So it's somewhat of a curve grading. That's why I say B plus. But Swain, what do you think with what Jay asked?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not about the portal. I mean, there are 4 programs right now that did not even rank in the top 25 that, you know, we would love to be in their position, and that's Ohio State, that's Notre Dame. Notre Dame played for a national championship. You know, Texas was in the semifinals, right? And then Penn State. Penn State was right there too. They advanced further than us. And so those 4 programs, they didn't need to go get a bunch of players from the portal. The reason why is because they've done a really good job of grabbing players from high school and developing them into players that they believe in and who are second-year players, third-year players for them, and they don't have a bunch of holes to have to run to the portal to try to fix. So, you know, for me, it just being able to look on film at a player and say, all right, he's going to be a good player for us in a year or two, and then that player getting here and then developing that player to be a good player. Like that's kind of where, you know, we need to pick up the pace. When you look at the portal and, you know, you have so many guys that are leaving because they're not playing and they're going to different schools, and those schools are kind of below Tennessee, I think that tells you that the eval and development can be a little bit better. So that's why I would give it a B, is because of that, not because of the portal. Because if you're knocking that out, you don't have to rely on the portal as much.
Well, Swain, I'll ask you this, and I'll hang up and listen. A couple years ago, we got rated as the best or one of the best NIL collectives in the country. Are we still up there at the top, or have we kind of fallen? I'll hang up and listen. Thanks.
Thanks, Shay. Always appreciate your call.
I don't know if the collective Spire has the same power. I'm not saying they do or don't. We're seeing teams, programs around the country that are taking more ownership of that. We've seen some programs that, you know, their collectives are doing more. I just don't think we're operating the same as we did a year or two ago. And so a collective, their job is to make sure the players getting opportunities and they're getting paid and all that good stuff. But the collective's job is not to recruit. That's the job of the coaches. The collective's job is not to develop. That's the job of the coaches. And so I think we're in a different place. But I do think Spire has done all that they can do to this point. And I think moving forward, there's going to be ownership taken by the schools, and the schools are going to determine whether a guy is worth this amount of money or not. So, unfortunately, and this happened a couple months ago, Spire was getting blamed for things that just really wasn't their fault. And they did a lot of groundwork to put us in a position to win games and to get players, and really did it before they were told to do it. I mean, they had the forward thinking to be able to say, all right, NIL is about to be a thing. It's about to be legal. And when it is, we're going to hit the ground running, and we're going to do this. And it allowed Tennessee to be able to go out and get some really good players that helped us go compete for a championship last year and make the college football playoff. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm in the inner workings of everything when it comes to Spire, because, I don't want to be. But I do know where they started and what they've done and how they've helped. I don't know where they are right now in terms of, like, the relationship between them and Tennessee and how we're moving forward with all the new stuff with the NCAA. I don't know how that's going to work out just yet.
Yeah, it's a very much evolving world in how resources will be allocated, spent, and who will do all of that. We continue the conversation. Jay, thanks again for the call. Thanks for the interaction so far today. 865-656-9900 to call or text. A suspension in college football to tell you about. Another post-spring top 25 to take a peek at. We'll do that when we come back right here on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal has the chance for you and 3 friends to see the FedEx St. Jude Invitational in Memphis in person. It's the Michelob Ultra Golf Better Than a Birdie Getaway, and your chance to register is here. Listen for the cue to call in and get registered. The grand prize will be given away Thursday, May 15th. It's an awesome prize package with 4 passes to the FedEx St. Jude Championship in Memphis August 9th and 10th, 2 new golf bags, and $1,000 to cover expenses. It's all from Michelob Ultra and 99.1 The Sports Animal.
The big dog of heating and cooling is now looking for more techs to join the pack. Chancey & Reynolds is now hiring HVAC duct mechanics and technicians, providing a great benefits package, paid vacation and holidays. These are full-time positions for those who want a career, not just a job. Chancey & Reynolds, in business for more than 40 years, is a York Heating and Air specialty company. Apply in person at 614 Van Street or call 865-525-5076.
The big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog.
Spring is in the air, and Knoxville Smokies opening day's right around the corner. Experience the season from your balcony at Yardley Flats. Brand new apartments in downtown Knoxville, steps away from the action at Covenant Health Park. These brand new studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments offer stunning views along with sleek modern finishes and top tier amenities designed for champions like you. Whether looking for a place to relax, entertain, or stay active, Yardley Flats has everything you need to live at the top of your game. They're filling up fast. Visit yardleyflats.com today.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. Spring is finally here. With that, there's graduations, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. There's no better way of saying how much you love and appreciate that someone special, but with a beautiful piece of jewelry. How often do you hear, my parents gave me that for graduation, I got that for Mother's Day, or Father's Day? But you'll only hear that if that piece of jewelry is a good design, well made, made to last. At Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, that's what we do. We want to be your jeweler.
With all the crazy weather we've had, parking lots, driveways, and roads really took a beating. My good friends at Bevco Paving can repave, patch, or seal your damaged asphalt at an affordable price. The team at Bevco has been paving the way to better driveways and parking lots for over 30 years. From your free estimate to the finished product, Bevco will hit a home run for you. Call Bevco Paving today, 983-6455. Mention UT Baseball and get 10% off your paving or sealing project. That's Bevco Paving, 983-6455.
For 50 years, King Cleaners has been the leader of dry cleaning in Knoxville, with next day service still available Monday through Thursday. Convenient locations, Kingston Pike and Beardby, and in Farragut. Alterations, wedding gown cleaning and preservation, plus pickup and delivery service twice a week. King Cleaners is committed to professional cleaning. They guarantee to provide you the first-rate quality and service that you expect. Family owned for 50 years. There is none better. King Cleaners.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred.
You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory. Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us on this Monday afternoon. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900. Some name suggestions that have come in most recently for our new Orange Dog in the studio include Hype and Nil, N-I-L.
Yeah, I don't know if it needs to be that one, Josh.
So they're added to the list.
Neil.
Yep.
Do we really need
you get
a
name, image, likeness?
Do we need a name?
Not necessarily. We can just call him Orange Dog. I think somebody, I don't know if we said this one, call him the Orange Dog.
Yeah, like, remember when the Washington football team called themselves the Washington football team?
Yeah, I remember it.
Why can't we just do that?
We could, ultimately.
Just be the Orange Dog.
Okay. The Orange Dog is on the list. They're going to have to find a new coach to list in the head coach category, games number 3 and 4 this season at the University of Michigan, because Michigan football coach Sharon Moore is expected to be suspended for 2 games, according to ESPN, for the upcoming season. This is related to the Connor Stallions advanced scouting scandal. So the upcoming suspensions, according to the report, will be for weeks 3 and 4 when Michigan plays Central Michigan and Nebraska. Moore will also be barred from any team-related duties during those weeks.
That's different.
And will receive additional recruiting-related penalties. The NCAA can also come in and provide additional punishment, so this would be a self-imposed penalty that Michigan will hope is accepted by the NCAA with the goal of moving on beyond it.
You think the NCAA is going to accept that one? Do you think that's enough? Because the last time, Harbaugh was suspended for a couple of games, he was allowed to be at practice.
Mm-hmm. He was just suspended game day.
Just game day.
Yeah. Maybe from a suspension standpoint, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if they come in, the NCAA, and wants to tack on additional penalties elsewhere, either recruiting related, something along those lines. But from a suspension standpoint, maybe they say, okay, 2 games, even if it's games 3 and 4, that's fine. The opener is at home against New Mexico, so they're not trying to dodge New Mexico. And then,
so why is it not the first and second game?
Well, game 2 is at Oklahoma. That is a little tougher, I think, than at Nebraska, game 4.
No, man, you don't get punished when it's convenient to you.
It's funny, obviously, when you see 3 and 4, not 1 and 2. You're choosing the games.
That's okay. That's like you get in trouble when you were a youngster, and your parents like, all right,
I know where you're going.
Here's your punishment. You can choose when you can't play outside. And you look at the calendar, and you say, you know what? I'm going to choose tomorrow because it's a 100% chance of rain. Of course I don't want to play outside tomorrow. It's raining. I'm not going to be outside anyways. What are you doing, NCAA? You suspend him for the first and second game.
Maybe their goal is to make it a 4-game suspension max, and so it won't go beyond week 4. Maybe that's their goal.
Like, the purpose of punishment is for it to hurt, so you don't do it again. There's no pain being out for New Mexico State. There is pain being out versus Oklahoma. There is pain being out versus Ohio State, being out against a team that you might lose to without your coach. That's the purpose of punishment. It's supposed to hurt. When you used to get a whooping, did they give you a little tap on the wrist? No, they got that belt out. That belt hurt. The pain reminded you of not making the same mistake again. It's a point of punishment. Now, if you're Nebraska and Matt Rule, I would be offended. I would be offended.
Yeah, is this the ultimate bulletin board material? We choose to suspend our head coach when we travel to play you?
Man,
the game's at Nebraska.
I would be so offended.
If you're Matt Rule, you're bringing it up to the team, right? Hey, they chose us to suspend the coach.
I don't know if I bring it up to the team.
I would tell them, hey, they think New Mexico is a bigger deal than you guys. You don't bring it up to him?
Imagine if I was a player on Nebraska's team and Matt Rule brought this up in a team meeting. It's like, hey, guys, look, man, look at the disrespect. Look what Michigan's trying to do. They want to self-impose and pick their opponents that the coach is going to be out, and they picked us. Well, me as a player, I would say to myself, well, you the head coach entering your 3rd season. He ain't talking about us. He talking about you. We.
You're going Uncle Phil on him?
I'm going Uncle Phil, man. We not get disrespected. You getting disrespected, coach.
Well, Dylan Raiola has to call Patrick Mahomes and ask how to feel, right?
Well, absolutely.
If Mahomes would be offended, then Raiola is offended.
You got to check in with Mahomes first.
For sure. So there is the latest with Michigan and the still ongoing Connor Stalions scouting scandal. Michigan expected to suspend Sherrone Moore, the head coach, for 2 games, games 3 and 4, against Central Michigan and Nebraska.
Silly, man. It's so silly.
Name the Orange Dog Natty.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I tuned in late. What's all the talk about the Orange Dog? So if you remember the 2011 season, you've probably spent the last 14 years trying to forget it. But one of the fine memories of that season is the Orange Dog came out.
Fine memories?
Yeah.
Is memories plural? There's more than one?
Well, remember Derrick's catch against Cincinnati? Remember, helmet pops off, he holds the football out? I thought that was a good one.
That was good. So that one and Orange Dog, count those two?
That's most of it.
Okay.
That's most of it.
All
But the Orange Dog is on the list. He came out to practice. He watched the different position groups while they practiced to bring positive energy.
Did.
And then Tennessee went out and beat Vanderbilt in overtime.
Wow. We needed the Orange Dog to beat Vandy in overtime. Whoa.
But the dog went away, away
Wow.
after that. So we brought the Orange Dog back, our own, for the positive energy.
Yeah. Don't worry, Dooley. I'm not going to let a good idea go to waste.
Dooley was suggested as a name for the dog.
No, I'd rather name
We've
OJ.
had Dooley, we've had Lane, we've had Butch, we've had Knox brought up.
No, I'm not naming him Knox.
Okay. But General, Crockett, Admiral, we had several Reese. That's General Nealon's middle name.
Okay.
Suggested. And different variations of Nate in honor of Nate Ament.
Nate Ament. Nate Ament, baby.
Speaking of positivity,
that's right.
Number 2 overall prospect in the class, according to On3, coming to Tennessee. We'll come back, a top 25 to look at. Speaking of positivity, we hand out attaboys every day, and we'll do so coming up thanks to Native Design. We come back with 30 minutes to go on Josh and Swain.
Never miss another Sports Animal sweet deal. Text SWEET to 865-656-9900 and you'll receive a reminder text right before each new sweet deal goes on sale. Text SWEET to 656-9900.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
The first round of the NBA playoffs concluded last night as the Warriors defeated the Rockets 103-89 in Game 7 of the Western Conference first round. Buddy Hield leading the way with 33 points for Golden State. The Pacers defeated the Cavaliers 121-112 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. 2 more second-round games get going tonight at 7 o'clock. The Knicks take on the Celtics for Game 1 in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference semifinals, the Nuggets visit the Thunder for Game 1 of that series. Tip-off is at 9:30. Major League Baseball tonight at 6:45. Dodgers visit the Marlins. Nationals host the Guardians. 7 o'clock. Padres visit the Yankees. 7:15. Braves host the Reds. At 7:45, White Sox take on the Royals. Brewers host the Astros. Giants visit the Cubs. Cardinals host the Pirates. At 9:40, the Mets visit the Diamondbacks. 10 o'clock, A's host the Mariners. Just one game in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Eastern Conference second-round series. Game 1 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers is at 8 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Dogwood Arts presents Southern Skies with Grammy nominee Charlie Crockett.
Gather around the fire, boys, story I will tell.
The Dirty Governors.
Summer's gone, but it won't take long.
Willow Avalon.
I ain't no heartbreaker.
Devin Gilpia.
Back, baby. Come back.
And many more this Saturday on the World's Fair Park. Get your tickets at southernskiesfest.com and add on the Tennessee Whiskey Experience, where you can sample the best whiskey and spirits from across the state. Don't miss Charlie Crockett.
She just stopped the time.
Dirty Governors and many more this Saturday. It's Knoxville's signature music festival with something for everyone. Sponsored by R&L Federal Credit Union. Visit Knoxville, Cherokee Distributing, Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, and William Henry Fine Gentlemen's Clothing. This Saturday, gates open at 11:30, music starts at 12:30, and goes all day long. Bring your lawn chairs and blankets. Plenty of food and drink on site. Southern Skies. For tickets and more details, visit southernskiesfest.com.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, a proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
Say goodbye to wires and brackets. At Southland Dental and Orthodontics, Invisalign offers a faster, more comfortable way to straighten teeth for kids and adults. With fewer office visits, easy brushing, and no staining, it's the clear choice for a perfect smile. SouthlandDentalTN.com.
Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, a premium midsize all-electric SUV that boasts an EPA estimated range of 321 miles, allowing you to get where you want to go in state-of-the-art style. Underpinning the Audi A6 e-tron is an all-new EV platform that represents the culmination of Audi e-tron engineering, allowing it to enter a new echelon of performance, range, and charging for Audi. Now available at Audi Knoxville.
Ready to conquer your lawn this season? Spartan Mowers has your back with huge spring savings. Right now, get up to $2,500 off select Spartan Mowers with rebates starting at $1,000. Whether you're upgrading or buying your first zero turn, there's never been a better time to go to Spartan. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Visit watersequipmentco.com today and unleash your inner warrior. Waters Equipment, 865-238-9000, proud supporters of the UT Vols.
Imagine magic moments closer to nature and the friends and the people you love. Diversified Enclosures and Screen makes that kind of magic with screened rooms, patios, and porches. Friendly, free, no-pressure estimates, and they work fast. Most screen projects are completed in just one day. Fully adjustable windowed sunrooms, maybe with motorized screens. That's an option. Retractable awnings, cable rails, they do it all. Book your appointment now at sunandscreen.com.
It should be easy to find a local plumber, right? Plumber near me.
Hey there, we can help you.
Weird. These are all big companies.
Excuse me, we're a plumbing company 2 miles away. Hello?
Well, it is what it is. Guess I'll dial that 1-800 number.
Can she seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local plumbers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
The minute folks step into Dollywood, I want them to feel the wonder of my Smoky Mountains and to fill their hearts with all the good and beautiful things in this big old world, and to cherish all the little moments they get to be together.
Enjoy thrilling rides, award-winning entertainment, and delicious new seasonal flavors. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
Dollywood, love every moment.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com. This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Get big summer flavor in every bite with the new DQ Summer Blizzard Treat menu. Featuring new mixing bowl mashup, fan-voted s'mores, and more. For a limited time, right now at DQ. Happy tastes good. At participating locations.
Our weather pattern today goes all the way from Montana out towards Bermuda, and East Tennessee is right smack dab in the middle with very cold air up high. That's why we could even have a couple of thunderstorms for the second half of Monday, even though highs are barely touching into the lower 60s with some gusty winds down to 50 tonight. For the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A+ rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Jim says, name your new orange dog in the studio after the ultimate dog, ZZ. Zakai Ziegler shout out. How about Jibo? Spell it GBO. Pronounce it Jibo. It's fun to say.
Jibo.
And then other nods to the great past of Tennessee, Stokely and Cafago were suggested. Ben down in Chattanooga, we always appreciate Ben, says, what about Champy?
That's like saying Natty, right?
Yeah. But pays respect to, like, SEC championships.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think we got some work to do.
Okay. Tennessee fans probably won't have a ton of respect for this list, but Joel Klatt put out his post-spring top 25. He has Penn State as the number 1 team in the country, Texas number 2, Ohio State number 3, Oregon number 4, and Clemson number 5. So one SEC team in the top 5, 3 Big Ten teams, and then Clemson from the ACC. And then I'll read off the other SEC teams. LSU is number 7, Georgia number 8, Alabama number 9, South Carolina number 11, Florida number 13, Texas A&M number 19, Ole Miss number 20, Auburn number 22, Oklahoma number 25.
Penn State number 1.
The Nittany Lions.
That's
So Joel has 10 SEC teams in his top 25. Joel Klatt of Fox Sports. 10 SEC teams in his top 25. None of them are Tennessee.
Listen, I'm fine with Tennessee not being listed as a top 15, top 20. And it's not going to really bother me that much that Tennessee is not a top 25 team. Because, again, like, what's so different between 21 and 26?
Essentially nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's uncertainty with the quarterback position. We had a quarterback leave during spring. You're bringing one in, and you're asking him to lead this team to a ton of victories in the toughest conference in the land. And Josh Heupel's first season, I don't think Tennessee was ranked anywhere close to 25 when we did the same thing with Joe Milton. And Hendon Hooker didn't do a lot at Virginia Tech for anyone to suggest that he would be the answer at Tennessee. So where there's questions, these folks that are putting these lists together are just not going to give that team the benefit of the doubt. It could be Tennessee. It could be any other team. I don't think that Tennessee's being hated on or anything like that. It's just an uphill battle for the quarterback if it is Joey Aguilar. Now, if it is Jake Merklinger, then, hey, man, he knows the offense. He's been here. He should be able to go out there and, conduct the offense. But there are also questions around the quarterback, too, something that we talked about here. And we'll continue to talk about. You have a brand new featured running back. You have a new wide receiver room. And then you lost a couple, first and second round picks on defense. So there's questions. And until you get those answers, Tennessee is going to be ranked low. So you might as well just get used to it and embrace it and try to use it as motivation if you're on this team. If you're a fan, you just have to understand kind of, why we are ranked where we ranked, and not allow it to get you upset and get you mad to the point where you're, texting and tweeting these guys, wishing them the worst in life. Like, it's just not that serious.
So that is the latest post-spring top 25. This is from Joel Klatt. 10 SEC teams in the top 25. None of them are Tennessee. But to your point, we know every year now in a 12-team playoff era, you're going to see teams outside the top 10, outside the top 12, and realistically outside the top 25 every year that climb up and get into the top 12. Tennessee will hope to be one of those teams that climbs. And by the time we get to the polls in August, Tennessee very well could be top 25, top 20, maybe even higher.
Yeah, I mean, you beat Syracuse, and you go through the month of September with only one loss or 0 losses. Like, you'll be ranked probably in the teens.
Yep.
So, depending on how you play Georgia, like, you can't go out there getting blown out on your home field. But if you lose and you're playing well, and that's the only loss you have in September, hey, you may be ranked in the teens. If you beat them, then you're gonna really shoot up. It's kind of like what Tennessee basketball did to start their season. It's like Tennessee was outside the top 10, went from like 6 or 7 to number 1.
Chase in the text box, name the orange dog Grissom as an ode to Jason's roots. Grissom is on the list. Let's hand out today's attaboy.
Take that off the list.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design, great local company. I think the Admiral suggestion, by the way, has been for either the Vol Navy or Schofield. We had a Schofield reference earlier in the text, but if we called him Admiral Grissom, would be an ode to Farragut and Grissom High School. What do you think? No?
I know what you're trying to do, Josh. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, man. What is going to work is the recipient of today's attaboy.
That is
my guy,
Scotty Scheffler, Jason Swain's guy. Our first week ever doing the show together. This was 3 years ago. We made picks for the Masters, and Jason Swain got bold with his prediction and picked Scotty Scheffler. And I believe he's picked Scotty Scheffler to win every tournament since then, and it's actually been a pretty good rate. He won again this past weekend, and he won as impressively as we've seen. Scotty Scheffler won his first event of the year, matching the PGA Tour scoring record with a 253, 31 under par for the tournament. It was a dominant 8-stroke victory at the CJ Cup, and it probably felt pretty good because it was played at his hometown event outside Dallas. It's where he made his PGA Tour debut 11 years ago. And Scotty Scheffler continues to sit there on top. A lot of great golfers right now, but none better than Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, that's just a cool story, man. Coming back to where it all started and then performing the way he did, that's just a cool story.
Yep. So he matches a PGA Tour scoring record near his hometown and certifies again. Jordan Spieth, at one point, he was contending to be the best or among the best and still a pretty darn good golfer. And he said, look, there was a time I was better than Scotty. Can't say that now. Scotty's better than me. And it takes a lot to say that. I'm sure there's some pride there, but said it also inspires him to try to compete, get better, because he's chasing Scotty Scheffler as everybody else is right now. And nobody could keep up. He was Secretariat this past weekend. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. See how they can help your outdoor space. Call Native Design at 865-310-3256 or visit the website nativetn.com for Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialists. We have one segment to go. We'll come back, wrap up the conversation from today's show. It's been a fun one. We appreciate all the interaction. One more segment to go coming up right here on Josh and Swain.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains May 2nd through the 12th. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com. Join 99.1, the sports animal, along with Tyler and Will as they take their show on the road to Audi Knoxville this Thursday. They'll be introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, a premium midsize all-electric SUV that boasts an EPA estimated range of 321 miles. Come check it out.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, ceramic, or anything else for the floor, Frazier's Carpet One makes it easy. With free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping, Frazier's makes it easy. With no money down and free financing for an entire year, Frazier's makes it easy. And as a fourth-generation family-owned business, you don't stay in business for 65 years unless you make it easy. So give us a call today at 546-4850 and let us come to you with free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping. Let us show you how easy it can be to transform one room or an entire home with beautiful, new, professionally installed flooring from Frazier's Carpet One.
Sports Animal app has a special second stream and a link to our latest videos. Download the Sports Animal app.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain, final segment of today's show. John in the YouTube chat said this has been an entertaining episode today. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate all the interaction. The listeners made this one fun.
No, 100%, man.
The Orange Dog has already served its purpose, trying to bring a little positivity on a Monday, and I think it did that.
We just need the boys to get back to their winning ways, man.
Tennessee against Vanderbilt starting on Friday, with a big baseball series coming up. 2 weekends to go, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, and then it's time for the postseason.
Heck of an opportunity for us, man. Against your rival, it happened before. There's talent on this team. Coaching, this is a championship coaching staff. It's hard to sit here and expect the team to do exactly what they did last year and take the same path. I think it's normal to be a little bit surprised about where we are right now, but man, when you have talent, there's always an opportunity to turn around. We saw Ole Miss do it in the past. We've seen, Florida baseball. They did it more recently. They didn't win a championship, but they were playing not what they consider Florida baseball at one point, and then they got hot, turned it around, and then boom, before you know it, they was playing for a championship versus LSU in that 23 season. So I keep chipping away.
Yep. So a turnaround weekend opportunity for Tennessee.
That's right.
Thanks for all the interaction. Here were the names that were suggested most, Swain, and then we'll get to the power poll to close things out. This is in no order, but names that were suggested most or supported once heard: General, Admiral, Crockett, Rocky, Reese, some reference to Nate Ament, Money, and Petty. Also, I've sent some support for the Orange Dog. Could call him Todd. TOD.
Mm-hmm.
You down with TOD? Alpha was also brought up.
Okay.
Alpha Dog.
Yeah. That's about it?
That's about it. BOD, Big Orange Dog, I think that had some support as well.
All right. I mean, listen. There's no deadline.
No, there certainly is not.
So we're good.
Yeah. But we have the Orange Dog in the studio. You can go subscribe on YouTube, by the way, where you can see the Orange Dog. He's been hanging out with us this afternoon. And we welcome him and the positivity to the show.
Should we keep it here? Is it one of those things where you take it with you wherever you go?
That's more up to you, I would say.
All right, cool.
You're the VFL board member. Swain,
captain.
I have run us short on time, so we'll dive right into our top winners and losers from the weekend, if you would like to hit us with a few that stood out to you.
Yeah, Michigan football. Sharon Moore being suspended. I think Abdul Carter, he's another jersey number rejection. Try to get Phil Simms number 11, and they said no on that one. And just get a jersey number that's not taken, okay? Not retired.
Why is it so difficult? What's going on
just
here?
find the number. And then the winners, losers also is James Harden, another Game 7 where he just didn't show up. But winners include Buddy Hield, 33 points in their Game 7 win against the Rockets. Washington, D.C. is going to host the NFL Draft 2027. That's going to be awesome as well. So there's others, but I'll let you go.
My winners, hey, One Knock, shout out locally. They continue their unbeaten streak. They'll be back home on Friday. Golden State and Denver both showing, hey, we got it with the way that they showed up in Game 7. Now it gets tougher in the second round. The Winnipeg Jets, they were down and out, and then they came back and advanced. That was impressive. I have Sovereignty number 2. And number 1, Katie Ledecky and Gretchen Walsh, both in the pool, setting world records over the weekend. And then on the loser side, I don't know how it keeps happening, but these Game 7s or elimination games for James Harden, and then the Clippers and their history so tough. And then Tennessee baseball and softball, they'll both bounce back, but they didn't have great weekends this weekend.
You can't win them all. You certainly try to. But like I said before, man, there's talent to bounce back.
We will try to do the same tomorrow, 21 hours from now. We'll be back at 12 o'clock. Swain, we'll try to make it a good one. We had a lot of fun today.
Let's do it.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today. Remember, if you want to go back and listen to any of the show, search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts, like Apple, Spotify. You can subscribe there. You can find us as well in the podcast section of the WNML app. Joel Silverberg back. Thank you for everything producing today. And again, thanks for all the interaction. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We'll talk Tennessee football, SEC, college football, and anything else that might come up, including all the positivity that will be included. Thanks for hanging out with us today on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
When you're preparing for